Hey family, it's Lotus from Lotus Holistic Healing, and today I wanted to make a video to talk to you about how I helped my mom heal holistically when doctors could not figure out what was going on and couldn't really do anything to help her. So last summer, my mom ended up in the ER, and she was like barely able to walk. She ended up in a wheelchair for a little bit. And it turned out she had lost half the blood in her body. When they did the blood tests, it was actually a little bit more than half of the amount of blood she was supposed to have, which is crazy. So they gave her blood transfusions, of course. She needed that immediate help. And she was in the hospital for a couple days. She ended up having an endoscopy, which is the camera that's basically on a stick that they put down the throat to look into the upper levels of the digestive tract. And then she had a colonoscopy, which most of you know what that is. That's the camera on the stick that they put up the rectum to look into the intestines and the lower portions of the digestive tract. And neither of those turned up anything. They couldn't find any source of bleeding. They didn't know what was going on, so they basically ended up sending her out. They're like, we can't figure anything out. We did blood tests. We did the endoscopy, the colonoscopy. We don't know. We'll measure your blood, and you're probably going to end up taking blood transfusions for the rest of your life. And that was absolutely crazy. So a couple days later, they had her do this camera probe that you swallow, and it goes through the entire digestive tract so that they can see everything. No source of bleeding. They're like, well, we don't know, so you're probably just going to need blood transfusions forever. You're never going to be able to maintain your own blood. We don't know what's going on. And she went to a blood specialist, nothing. But as soon as she got out of the hospital, I started working with her because I was like, all right, we need to help you. We need to figure out something. And she had been on Nexium and other PPIs, proton pump inhibitors. Those are used for acid reflux to stop the production of acid in the stomach so the acid doesn't splash up. And she had other digestive issues. Well, when I started looking up her medications, I looked up PPIs, and they are very well known for stopping the absorption of iron. Well, your blood needs iron, so we can't build blood without iron. And I found that pretty quickly, so I was like, all right, we need to figure out things with her stomach. And she decided on her own that she wanted to stop taking the proton pump inhibitors because she knew it was stopping absorption. The PPIs, you can look this up further, but they also stop the absorption of other minerals, nutrients, and vitamins in the body. Magnesium is another one, which is essential for pretty much every function in the body that is not easily absorbed when you're on PPIs, especially if you're on PPIs long term. Vitamin D is another one. Vitamin D is actually a hormone that you have a receptor for on every single cell of your body. That's why vitamin D is essential for everything. And taking vitamin D is useful to help pretty much every illness. The majority of Americans are significantly deficient in vitamin D. Some studies and the research from Stephen H. Buhner show that up to 90% of Americans are deficient in vitamin D. And that deficiency can lead to cancer. That deficiency can lead to a whole bunch of other illnesses, MS, basically anything, because you need vitamin D for every function of your body, and there's a receptor for vitamin D on every cell in your body. Sorry, I love vitamin D, so I go off on tangents about that. Anyways, they found that in the couple days after the transfusion, they kept testing her. They kept checking on her. Her blood levels kept dropping. She couldn't maintain. So I worked with her to change her whole entire diet. She had other digestive issues, and we wanted to help heal up that membrane of the stomach and the membrane throughout the digestive tract. Just get her going, get her feeling better. And I had her completely change her diet, take out anti-inflammatory foods, and just full-on change. Within 2 weeks, 2 weeks after I had her on this plan and she had stopped her PPIs and I was working with several herbs as well, she was building blood. She was maintaining blood levels without needing transfusions, which is absolutely amazing. And within a couple months, she was building blood levels on her own, and she was able to stabilize at a healthy blood level. She doesn't need to take iron or anything. She's just maintaining her blood. And this was, when she ended up in hospital, this was last June, I believe, late last June. Well, my mom owns a housekeeping business. Right now, after being in a wheelchair last June, them telling her she wasn't going to be able to maintain her own blood levels or build her own blood, now she is cleaning with her helpers 15 houses a week and 2 offices. And this woman has energy. She's also doing volunteer work with an animal shelter. Like, she's able to do all this. She's feeling so much healthier. She's healthier than she has ever been. She had previously had trouble with weight loss. She couldn't lose weight. And she is at the healthiest weight she has ever been. She looks amazing. She's so much happier. She's so much more confident after this. And she's no longer scared. She was so scared last summer because she was worried that she was going to die. Like, she almost died. She was at the point where her blood levels were so low, she could have easily passed out, and if nobody knew to go look for her or check on her, she could have died. So it was really amazing to help her in her healing journey, and the herbs that I worked with to help her with her acid reflux and such, to help her produce her own stomach acid to help with that, while also healing up the membranes in the stomach for absorption and helping to heal up her, work on her hiatal hernia and other areas. So that was so awesome. And that's just what I wanted to share about her story. Thank you guys for listening. I'm trying to do 30 videos in 30 days. This is my second day, but I'm recording this at almost 10 p.m., so this is going up tomorrow. Thank you guys. And a disclaimer, this video is not medical advice. I recommend working one-on-one with a practitioner. I recommend working one-on-one with a holistic health practitioner or an herbalist when you're working with herbs. And I am a holistic health practitioner and herbalist. You can find my contact information in the link in my bio, and then you can also schedule an appointment with me through the contact part of my website, or you can DM me and I'll just give you the information to contact me. Ask me any questions you want. And I just wanted to share this amazing story about how well my mom is doing. I also put a video on a little bit about my health journey. All right, thank you, loves. Thanks, family. Good night.